all the advice that I was being given when I was going through my divorce, whether it be from family and friends, my psychiatrist, just stuff I was reading on the internet, was all telling me that I needed to take time to heal. I needed to focus on myself, focus on what I can improve. Don't worry about getting into long-term relationship. Don't worry about dating even. Just try to heal as much as you can. Focus on yourself. And fundamentally, I do agree with this. Like, you don't want to just rush into the next relationship. You want to make sure you are taking time to understand what it is that went wrong with your current relationship, what you can do to improve yourself going forward in the future, figuring out what you liked, what you didn't like about your past partner, and just really diving deep into, what you want out of life. What kind of partner do you want in the future? Where do you see yourself being? What kind of relationship do you want to have? Like, these are very important things that you should not ignore. And I'm not saying that you should. I made a video yesterday going over what David Goggins was saying. That your wife, your girlfriend, she told you that it is over. She does not want you anymore. In my case, my ex came home and told me she was leaving me for her coworker. There's nothing I could do. It is over. I have to, it's a bitter pill to swallow, but I have to face it that she's not coming back. There is nothing I can do about that. And while I wasted months moping around, not really trying to improve myself, just wondering what I can do to get her back, she's out there having fun. She's out there with her boyfriend. In the case of girlfriends, a lot of times guys' girlfriends will break up with them and they're out immediately at the club or they're on online dating. They're moving on. They don't want you. They don't think about you. They're on their own. And that's very painful. That fucking sucks. And when I was being told this, just sit by yourself, heal, figure out, how to improve yourself, work on yourself, just do self-improvement and don't worry about getting on dates. And that was very lonely for me. I was thinking, well, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to heal. I'm trying to distract myself with movies, but, I'm just distracted thinking about her the whole time. While I'm doing all this, she's out there having fun. She's out there with this guy. And I'm trying to heal. I'm just trying to heal by myself in my house with my dog, not doing anything exciting. And it was very painful. And I think it was maybe maybe it was not the right move. So in this video, I want to give you 3 reasons why I think you should try to date as soon as possible after a divorce or a breakup. I'm not saying that you want to go on a date and just immediately start, exclusive relationship or find the girl that you're going to marry next. Like, you do want to dive deep into what it was that ended your relationship and what you're looking for. But getting out there as soon as possible, I know for me, once I got over that few months of feeling lonely, feeling depressed, once I started going on dates and figuring out what I wanted, I didn't miss my ex anymore. I started to realize how great my life was without her. So in this video, I'll give you 3 reasons why you should start trying to date immediately. And the first reason is that through action, you build confidence. If you're like me and you're in a very long-term relationship, or maybe you don't have a ton of dating experience, it is important to get out on as many dates as you can so that you can find the right person for you. When you're first going out on dates, it's kind of nerve-wracking. You don't know if you're saying the right things. You don't know if you're doing the right things. I know for me, I wanted the girl to like me. I wanted to impress her in some way. And that's not the best mindset, but when you're first getting started, that's kind of where you're going to be. That's going to be your starting point. You're fresh out of a divorce. You're fresh out of a long-term relationship. You're probably rusty. You don't know a lot of what to do. So going on these dates, taking action, you start to build your confidence. You start to get more comfortable just going on dates with girls. You start to realize that it's not so bad. I know how to hold a conversation. I know how to be myself and have fun. And while you're improving yourself anyways, Like, there's no reason you can't keep improving yourself. There's no reason you can't try to heal. You can still do all that while going on dates. Dates they'll give you more opportunity to meet new people. You'll have fun. You won't be just sitting at home alone. That's what I was doing. They were telling me that I need to heal. I need to focus on myself. And all that sounds great, and it's something that you do need to do, but it is lonely. You're just sitting at home, watching TV, playing some video games, while you know she's out. I mean, who knows what she's doing, right? If you're sitting at home alone, you're just gonna start thinking about what else could she be doing? I wonder what her future plans are. Like, for me, it was very, very distracting, and I wish I had started to try to take steps to improve my dating life sooner. Because through that action, I've been divorced now for 7 years, and because I started taking that action to go on as many dates as possible, I no longer feel all that nervous when I go on a date, because I know how to handle myself. I've had good dates, I've had bad dates, I've had some, you just learn as you go. Everyone is different, everyone can be a learning experience. It either went very well or it was rather funny. There's no good, there's no bad, it's just, it either went really well or it was really fun. You just start to think of every date as just another rep, just like working out. Every date that I go on, I'm one step closer to becoming the guy that I want to be. I'm one step closer to finding the girl that I actually want to be with. And, the second reason is by going on all these dates, you learn what you want. You learn what kind of girls are out there. How do they behave? Are they the kind of girls that you want to see? For me, I just very much settled with the first girl that came along. I've mentioned before a lot of the red flags that she had, that I had. And had I been going on dates to really find out what I wanted, to figure out who I was as a person, I probably wouldn't have settled so quickly, because I would have recognized that this was not really the person that I want to spend all this time with. So by going on dates as soon as possible, maybe not, immediately, you want to take some time to heal, but the faster you get out there, the more reps that you get through taking action, the more you're going to realize who's going to be a fit for your life. You start to realize as you're healing, as you're improving, that you are okay by yourself. You do not need a woman in your life to feel complete. I think that was a big reason for me at first, was why I was so sad, was that I felt that I couldn't be alone. I needed her in my life. And as I started to heal, to go on dates, to meet really fun women that I enjoyed spending time with, I started to realize, okay, there are other women out there that I do like. I am becoming a better version of myself. So I know that I don't have to just settle for a girl. I'll be okay by myself. I'm on my new path of just improving and developing and attracting higher quality women. Obviously, it's important to heal. You want to take that time to make sure you know what kind of women you do want. But I think you're going to heal much faster by going on these dates, by figuring out what you do want, what you don't want. It's hard to say what kind of girls you vibe with when you haven't been going out on enough dates to experience that. There's a lot of times where you'll go out and think, oh yeah, this girl's very cute. And then you'll get on the date and realize that you don't really have anything in common. She's not your personality type. Or maybe your dates just don't go that well for a while because you're rusty and you're just being too friendly. You're being too friend zone-ish. That happened to me when I first started going out on dates. I was asking a lot of interview type questions, just being very agreeable. And by the end of the date, they're saying, oh, it was so nice to meet you. Let's just be friends. And you don't understand why that's happening. But as you go on more dates, you feel more comfortable. You start to realize, ways that you can improve the dates, just improving your social skills. It builds you up as a person. You're selecting a new partner out of abundance. You have a lot of options. You're not just deciding, okay, well, this is the next girl that came along. I guess I'll just take it because I don't really know what else to do. That's the importance of improving yourself as a man while you're going through this divorce, while you're going through the breakup, you can improve yourself. And by going on these dates, you're giving yourself the best chance to find the right person for you. Through taking action, you're gonna build your confidence. You're gonna be building those reps. You're gonna be improving. You're gonna be able to figure out what you want, who you want in your life. What are some behaviors that turn you on? What behaviors turn you off? All girls are different. You don't know who you're gonna meet. Maybe you'll meet the next one that you resonate with right away. And by going out on dates, relatively quickly, you're not just moping around at home by yourself. Like I said, she's already out living her life without you. She does not want you back. She does not care what you're doing. So why should you sit around and just heal and just wait to maybe be ready for dating? If you wait forever to just be ready to date again, you could wait forever. Like, who knows how long that could take? It's gonna always be like you're not gonna be ready until you just do it and take those steps. I guess the third reason, which I've been kind of mentioning throughout, is that by going out and dating sooner rather than later, like, you are healing faster than you would in isolation. There's something about being able to go on dates, to meet new women, that for me really helped me move past the divorce, move past my feelings, made me realize what is possible, that there are girls that are out there that I find more attractive. They don't have the red flags that I was used to. They actually really like me for me. And they don't know necessarily what I've been through. So they don't know, they just see the results of my growth. Like, they're happy to be with a high value guy, and then I can be vulnerable with them and tell them, yeah, this is where I've come from. And by me being vulnerable and opening up to them, I think that helps me improve even more. It helps me get over things that I'm struggling with. It helped me get over my divorce faster when I was able to tell them, yeah, this is where I was. I was in a relationship that doesn't work, but I'm very happy that we are together. These are the things that I like about you. It makes them appreciate that you're in their life too. Like, there's a reason that you like them so much, that you know that you like them, that you know that this is the kind of girl that you want to be with. And it doesn't happen very often. Like I said, I got divorced 7 years ago. In that time, there's probably been maybe 3 or 4 girls that I've really wanted to see consistently. And that's been the importance of getting out there, getting on dates to figuring out what I wanted and what I don't want. Had I not gone through this process, had I stayed in Wisconsin, I might have just settled with somebody out of scarcity, because I wouldn't have had that opportunity, and I wasn't working on myself at the time. So I would have just taken what came along. So although I do agree, you do want to heal, you do want to take that time to figure out what you do want, take that time to figure out what you don't want, what kind of girl is going to suit you. And it's good to have this in your brain while you're healing. But the best way to figure out what you want and don't want is to go out and get experience with that. You have to go on dates to find girls that you want and don't want. Excuse me. It's like anything. I own a cleaning business, and when you're hiring employees, unfortunately, you have to go through some of the C players to find the A players. It's just like dating. The more that you can sift through what you want and don't want, the happier you're going to be with your relationships. So those are 3 of the reasons I say it's actually better to go on dates as soon as possible. It's actually much easier now than ever to start dating. I know a lot of the guys on this channel are in their 30s, their 40s, like I am. Online dating's never been easier. A lot of the best relationships I have come from Tinder or Hinge. And there's really no reason why you can't get any dates if you're still working on yourself and improving yourself as you're going through this tough time. Like, you'll find girls out there. Hey, what's up, brother? Yeah, you'll find there's plenty of girls out there on dating apps. They are looking for high quality men. And to be honest, most of the guys, that do become high value, that are the kind of guys that women want to date, have gone through these tough times. Most guys who haven't been through a divorce or a tough breakup, they might not realize the things that they could be working on. They don't realize how much they can still improve themselves. And so when they get into a relationship, they're not listening to feedback. They're not very masculine. They're not very great at sex. Like there's, going through this tough time for me improved me in all aspects of my life. I realized how bad I was at sex with my ex, so I learned to improve that. I realized how bad I was at taking feedback. I started to improve that. I realized that I was not able to be vulnerable because I didn't really trust her, and I felt ashamed of the things that was, going on. But now I'm comfortable doing that. I feel like the guys who have gone through these tough times, once they realize it, that, this isn't the end of the world, that they can improve, they will become better, they will move on. I feel like they usually, typically, if they work on themselves and don't just rush into the next relationship, they typically end up being the kind of guy that women want to be with. That seems to be my experience. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from the girls that I date, saying that they appreciate the man I've become. And if they would have seen me 7 years ago, they would not have wanted to date me. And I don't blame them. I was not the man I am today. They would have found a guy who had no confidence, would just, no goals, no ambitions, overweight. I've gone over all this before. But because I went through that tough time and that pain, I realized that I was able to improve myself and that I was going to be better. In the words of David Goggins, fuck her. She doesn't want me anymore. That's fine. I'll grant you the divorce. I'm going to focus on myself. I'm not going to waste time. I was wasting time sitting around thinking about what she's doing while she's not thinking about me at all. She's having fun. She's going out on her dates with her boyfriend. In the case of your ex, she comes home and tells you it's done. You don't know what she's doing. Maybe she's out on a bunch of dates right now on Tinder or Hinge trying to find her next boyfriend. And you're being told to just sit at home and heal and to work on yourself, which definitely do that. Definitely sit there, heal, work on yourself, find ways to improve, but don't just avoid dating. Like I feel like dating is going to help you move on even faster. So don't waste time. If you're in your 30s or 40s or in your prime, there's plenty of girls out there. You definitely don't want to just sit at home moping. Yeah, that's the video for today. I just thought it would really made sense to go over that because when I was going through my divorce, that's all I kept hearing was, just take time for yourself, just heal, just work out, just focus on yourself. And I would do this stuff, and then I would come home, at the end of the day, it's still 7 p.m., and now I'm sitting at home miserable, moping around like, okay, great, I did all this stuff. I'm trying to heal. I journaled for the day. And she's out having fun with her boyfriend. Whereas if I was maybe going on dates while I was still improving, like there's no reason you can't, wherever you are right now, just know where you are. You can still find dates and then improve yourself along the way so you attract better and better people. You don't have to just go on a date and then assume you're gonna get married right away. The more dates you go on, the more experience you get, the more reps you get, just like working out. You'll start to learn what you want, what you don't want, and it will help you heal faster. Once I moved to Boston and I started going on dates, I got excited about the new people I could meet. And I wasn't focused on what she's doing. I was excited to be on my new path at that point. So just some advice for you. I think that's the end of this video. I hope it kind of helped you guys out. Those are just my thoughts on why I think it's important to start dating as soon as possible. Let me know in the comments your experience. Did you wait a long time to date after a breakup or a divorce? Are you still waiting? Are you still trying to heal? Are you trying to improve yourself? Like, what are you waiting for? Just share your thoughts with the group. I know a lot of people resonate with this information, so any experience that you guys have, I'm sure somebody will be able to get some value out of that. I'm gonna go home now, get out of the rain, go to the gym, make my protein shake. I've been eating, after Mexico, I was not eating the best. There was a great pizza place there that I kind of got hooked on. But now I'm back on the diet. I'll be in New Orleans this weekend. So we'll see some alligators. I'll try to film as much cool stuff as I can there. Yeah, go home tonight, edit this video. I'll post in the school group some of the stuff we're doing. And yeah, I think that's it for today. Enjoy your lovely Thursday. That's when this will be posted. And we'll see you later.